What's up, guys? It's your boy Average Gamer here, aka Detained, and I want to bring you guys some my career is so bad, but every time I go into it, I always get this TK server sports error. It's still acting up on me, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just record some more seasons and just wait for this stuff to back out. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. Like I said, just leave a like and comment. That always helps me out, and if you're new, please subscribe. And let's go ahead and wait for this, and let's go ahead and see who we're playing next in this next match up. And I have been receiving you guys' friend requests. I've been waiting for one of my friends to get online so we can start the crew, but he hasn't got online yet, so doesn't look like I'll be doing that tonight, maybe tomorrow since it's a Friday. But there goes your 2K servers error that we've been getting all day and actually all week so far. So we're gonna go ahead and go back into seasons and continue on with the Hornets. I've been loving the way Lance Stevenson has been playing with Kemba Walker and that Al Jefferson. Oh my goodness. MKG's not too bad. I don't like his shot, but we are undefeated still, and I believe we do have our first away game here, so let's go ahead and wait for this servers still acting up. And even just to start a season, which is offline, I need the servers still, so this is pretty bad. Can't do nothing. And if you do get into an online game, it's really laggy, like so bad, like then you'll get kicked out like probably after first quarter or something. It's just acting up. But let's go ahead and see who we're playing next. We are playing at Detroit. We are 4-0 and they are 1-1, so this should be a good game, not too bad. Let's go ahead and sim right through and play the game. So if you guys do enjoy this gameplay, like I usually say, just leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new. That always helps out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
One second I'm here, next second I'm gone. That's 2 and 60 seconds. What you on? Girls on me like they super glued on. Like a table you can place food on. Like Szechuan, oh Hunan. I'm hot like the place Mulan. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Aerosol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum ba bum. Bum stick a clang clang clang. Hang on that like a rain.
I'm Bernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons. And it's off to the Palace of Auburn Hills we go for the call by Kevin Harlan.
Welcome everyone to this 2K Sports broadcast from suburban Detroit. We are live at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Greg Monroe.
Well, Monroe is one of the more promising young big men that we have in the league, Kevin, because of his offensive skill set. He can really pass from the high post. He can go down to the low block and score. He's got that strong left hand. So he's a guy who I think could be a cornerstone for this club for a long time.
I agree with you. I love his game. He's not the most athletic player, but you don't have to be always super athletic to be outstanding as a basketball player. There's more to the game than running and jumping and bouncing and highlight reel. He's able to use his body and create size and space to get his shot off, and his head is really well schooled in the game.
And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Timberwolves.
And, you know, Kevin, despite the outcome, I think they got to be feeling pretty good coming into this game. There were a lot of positives they can take away from that performance.
Yeah, you can't dwell on the final score in that case. You have to think about the things you did well and build on those.
Well, what better way to retire the Bobcats name than to go out and make the playoffs for only the second time under that nickname. Good job by Charlotte last year, and now it's back to being the Hornets.
Now here's Walker. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Jennings against Walker. And Drummond kicks to Jennings. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Jennings has got his second basket of the night. And although Charlotte Clark got knocked out in 4 against the Heat, they had some good games last year in that postseason.
No, they did, and the injury to Al Jefferson, Kevin, really kind of sabotaged their ability to really compete with the Heat. So they weren't able to break the postseason winless streak, but The team is certainly headed in the right direction.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Biombo comes in for Vonleh. And it's Henderson for Lance Stevenson. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. It's stolen by Jefferson. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Henderson dishes to Kid Gilchrist. He kicks it to Henderson. Now the feed to Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist. Passes to Henderson. Three-pointer, good. Henderson's got his first 3 points of the game. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. He dishes it to Roberts. Launches it. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 6. And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Spend Turkey Day.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yes, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
We've got DJ Augustine. Greg Monroe is out there with Goretko. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. They're the group Detroit will start the second one. Here's Taylor following the 3 by Detroit. Count the bucket. Henderson's got 9.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3. Well, it's been a while since Motor City has seen the playoffs on the basketball court. And it just appears as though they've been stuck in neutral the last few seasons.
Here's Caldwell Pope. 9 points last game. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Hornets foul.
Some changes for Charlotte. Cartier Martin, he's checked in for Kyle Singler. And it's Bynum in for Augustine. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Andre Drummond fell to the 9th pick in 2013 on concerns about his passion for the game. 2 years later, he certainly answered those questions and then some. He said, "What's there not to love? You're playing the game that you love. Night in and night out. It's a passion game." Kevin, no one questioning his motor now.
The best offensive rebounder in the league, Doris. Thank you. With Detroit, as you said, haven't made the playoffs since 2009. And Steve, over the last few years, just stuck near the bottom.
And they've been, kind of a treadmill team. Good enough to not be dead last, but not bad enough to get a really high pick. And they tried to change it via free agency, so we'll see how it goes.
Shot and game clock separated by 5 and stolen by Zeller.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Stevenson against Jennings to stop the run, and it's good on the layup. Jennings has got 6. And here's Stevenson with 1 on the clock, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And the shots continue to fall as they try to put this thing away.
Yeah, big run here, and they've got their opponents in the rearview mirror.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Charlotte.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Look at Gerald Henderson. He's been playing really well.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
And Charlotte, looking who they've got. Kid Gilchrist and Vonleh at the forwards. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 spot. Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. You know, he has not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, you know, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
And here's Jennings following the three-pointer by Lance Stevenson. That's a 2 from Smith. Off the left rim and out. Hornets leading by 15. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort.
And for Jennings, a quick, explosive athlete at the point. But you talk about how can he improve. He has the physical attributes to become a lockdown defender. But his focus at that end comes and goes. He's got to be more consistent in his focus at that end.
And Drummond throws it down.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
Here's Stevenson after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Misses from close range.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Knocked loose. He passes to Jennings. He feeds it to Monroe. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his first foul. So it's Detroit now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And Singler kicks to Augustine. And it's sent back by Jefferson. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hornets lead by 13. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Spend Turkey Day with the NBA.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hornets.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
The big men, Smith and Drummond. Meeks and Singler at the 2 and 3. And it's Augustine in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. Pistons trailed by 16. Drummond sets the screen for Augustine. Pass to Singler. Smith left side. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Here's Biyombo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
Smith sets the pick for Augustine. On the wing, Singler. Hands it from downtown.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against Cleveland.
You know, they had a great start to that game. A couple guys got hot early, and it seemed to become contagious. Everybody started shooting the ball well at that point.
You know, typically if there's a hot shooter, the defense can make an adjustment and lean everything towards stopping him to let somebody else beat you, but that wasn't an option in that game.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're down by 16. 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. So for the Pistons, Jerebko's checked in for Smith. Luigi Datome comes in for Kyle Singler. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jody Meeks. Dishes to Augustine. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Feeds it to Detoman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Hornets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Pistons shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
Yep, brain fade is what I like to call it. There's no way they're getting out of the hole making mistakes like that.
Will Bynum.
Here's Henderson. Now the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Jefferson. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Not much to be critical of with this.